Ozalazue. Zazos. Tosa ezai. Thesaus. Ahozazo. Tuzalas. Tuzuazae. And having passed by the heads of the treasury, each in their appointed place, having passed through the places of the 12, at length we did come into the midst of the Treasury of Light, the place of the Father of the Treasury. Almighty Father of the Treasury of Light, by your cipher and by your name I invoke you. Ioraza, mighty emanation of Ea. Come forth, O Father of the Treasury of Light. May the bounty of the treasury pour forth upon the earth, upon all creatures who seek to fill their souls with energy. May the God force pour forth upon us and be protected. And in that hour, when death comes calling to us all, may we shed our bodies, our mortal bodies, like a serpent sheds its skin, and rise triumphant like the phoenix through the treasuries of light and into the palace of the kingdom of the Father, in the universe at the speed of light inside starfire. And finally, watch over and protect us. Protect the human race. Protect our air and our God force fire of the sun from solar dimming and from geoengineering. Protect our earth from GMOs and from glyphosate. Protect our water from atrazine and fluoride compounds. And on this solstice, we ask that this year, this coming year, shall be a rebirth of freedom for all humanity. Let freedom ring all around the world.
Take a moment to again feel into your body. Magical work has been done. You have participated. It will have an effect on you that you can feel in your physical body. Magic is the force of life emanating from the sun. Scientists to this day cannot define life in a way that does not call upon God. Think about that for a moment.
So thank you very, very much for coming out on this wonderful solstice morning. And by the way, hey, come back and join us in just a couple of hours at 9 a.m. because today is Saturday, and that means at 9 o'clock, there's another premiere of a brand new episode of our weekly video magical training podcast, the Alpha Ωmega Mystery School. Today we have something very special on tap for you, so be sure you don't miss it. Come on out at 9 and watch us, especially on our station on YouTube. If you're on our mailing list, you've already got the link to that. Today we have Ritual Magic Unveiled, in which Leslie and I discuss the secrets of ritual magic, what it really is, and its place in the initiatic traditions all around the world.
All right, well, I want to give you one quick peek at the donkey work.
We can't really show them the alignments because they blotted out the sun.
I know. I was just checking to see if I can see any alignments, but they've all already moved.
You see, at winter solstice,
Look, they can see some of the shadows. Some of the shadows are coming out, see?
Mm-hmm.
And this is the one that would have been in alignment here. These two. You see? This one and this one. And if we look at the shadow here, you can see that small gap. That small gap there only represents about 10 minutes. And if you look, 10 minutes is about the amount of time that the sun has been up.
Right. Exactly at sunrise, they were in alignment.
Yes. That's the beauty of Columnhenge and Stonehenge and all the other solar observation hinges around the world.
Right. Well, let's take a look at those donkeys. What they've been up to last night. My goodness, the donkey party has just about cleaned out our field.
They've completely leveled the field for us.
They're making it easy for us to plant sorghum again next year.
Isn't that wonderful?
All that wonderful molasses and grain.
Oh, and we harvested 100 pounds of grain and, yes, 24, a whole case of molasses from this small field here. And look, they have done such a good job. They have just, you can
traded
see.
our sorghum for donkey poop.
We call them pre-weeds here because if you don't scoop them, that's where the weeds grow. They're just pre-weeds.
Yeah, those donkeys are something. They were making a lot of noise out here last night.
Oh, yeah. They sing when they eat.
When it gets this late in the season, the sorghum ferments. So it's like drinking sorghum wine for them.
And you see
they get drunk.
They chew it up and then sometimes they just spit it out.
Yeah, they just want the booze.
And you can, in the morning light, you can easily see all their little hoof prints where they're dancing around the poles. Seriously, dancing around the poles, you see?
Oh, around the inner circle, that's where it's really interesting.
Yeah.
All those hoof prints running around there.
See? Here you can see where all 4 of their hooves have bounced together. And that's where, you know, when you see the little donkeys, the baby donkeys bouncing, this is what the hoof track looks like that's left. And see? You can tell how large or small they are by the size of the print, how fast they were moving, what direction they were going.
Well, thanks for coming out, folks, and we'll see you out here again tomorrow morning.
We will. And until we have the pleasure of each other's company again, may the God force run strong within you. And, as always, may your magics work better than expected.